Forgiveness, a single word. Yet it holds the potential to transform lives. In this video, we explore the extraordinary power of forgiveness and its ability to heal, connect, and inspire through the voices of English learners from around the world. We delve into how letting go of resentment can pave the way for growth and new beginnings. A personal journey of forgiveness. Meet Maria, an English learner from Brazil, who once grappled with deep anger and disappointment after being betrayed by a close friend. Maria's friend, Anna, had shared a personal secret that Maria had entrusted to her. When Maria found out that her trust had been broken, she was devastated. How could someone so close betray her in such a way? Could their friendship ever recover? For months, Maria avoided Anna and carried a heavy burden of resentment. The turning point came one sleepless night. Maria found herself staring at the ceiling, replaying the betrayal over and over. She realized that holding on to her anger was only hurting her. But how could she forgive when the pain felt so raw? Maria decided to take a first step. She wrote a letter. At first, the letter was filled with anger. Maria admits, "I wrote everything I wanted to say to Anna. But then something shifted. As I wrote, I began to see Anna not just as the person who hurt me but as someone who might have been struggling herself." Maria began to recall moments when Anna had supported her. Moments of kindness that had defined their friendship. Before the betrayal, in her letter, Maria acknowledged her pain, but also expressed a desire to understand. She never intended to send the letter, but writing it allowed her to confront her emotions and find clarity. The act of forgiveness. Maria's journey didn't end with the letter. Forgiveness is a process, not an instant solution. For weeks, she debated whether to reach out to Anna. Questions haunted her. What if Anna didn't care? What if she wasn't sorry? But Maria realized forgiveness wasn't about Anna's response. It was about her own peace of mind. Finally, Maria invited Anna for coffee. Her hands trembled as she spoke, but she found the courage to share her feelings. To Maria's surprise, Anna broke down in tears, apologizing for her mistake and explaining the pressure she had been under at the time. Though it didn't erase the betrayal, Maria saw Anna's genuine remorse and realized they both needed healing. "I forgave Anna not because what she did was okay, but because I didn't want to carry that pain anymore," Maria says. "Forgiveness was my way of saying, I choose to move forward." This act of forgiveness not only repaired their friendship, but also helped Maria refocus on her goals. She found renewed energy in her studies, passed her English proficiency exam, and began mentoring other English learners. encouraging them to embrace challenges and let go of negativity. Stories across cultures. Forgiveness is a universal language, spoken in countless ways across the globe. One such story comes from Ahmed, an English learner in Egypt, who faced betrayal in his business. Ahmed's partner had made a decision that led to significant financial loss. For months, Ahmed wrestled with feelings of anger and regret. However, a chance encounter with a street vendor selling handmade crafts changed his perspective. The vendor told me his story. Ahmed recalls. He had been cheated by a supplier, but chose to forgive and move forward, focusing on what he could control. That struck a chord with me. Inspired, Ahmed reached out to his former partner, not to rekindle the partnership, but to forgive and find closure. This act of forgiveness lifted a weight off Ahmed's shoulders, enabling him to channel his energy into a new venture, one that eventually flourished. In Japan, Yumi's story offers another perspective. As a diligent student, Yumi was devastated when a strict teacher publicly criticized her work, causing her to lose confidence. For years, she held on to that embarrassment, allowing it to shape her self-perception. But during an English learning workshop, she wrote an essay about her experience and shared it with the group. To her surprise, she received encouragement and empathy from her peers. It was like a mirror was held up to me. Yumi says, I realized I had the power to let go of that moment and redefine myself. Forgiving my teacher was part of reclaiming my confidence. In India, Ravi struggled to forgive his father for abandoning their family during his childhood. For years, Ravi carried resentment, believing his father's absence had deprived him of opportunities. But as Ravi became a father himself, he began to understand the immense pressures his father might have faced. Forgiving my father didn't mean forgetting what happened, Ravi shares. It meant I could finally let go of the anger that was holding me back. The universal language of forgiveness. These stories, from Brazil, Egypt, Japan, and India, illustrate how forgiveness transcends cultural boundaries. Despite differences in language and tradition, the act of letting go unites us in our shared humanity. Forgiveness becomes a bridge, connecting people across the world, and reminding us of our common resilience. Through these narratives, we see that forgiveness transcends barriers. It's a bridge connecting diverse backgrounds, enabling people to relate to one another on a profoundly human level. Whether it's within a family, a friendship, or even with oneself, forgiveness has the power to heal wounds that once seemed irreparable. Learning and moving forward. Forgiveness is a journey of self-discovery, where each step teaches us something new about ourselves. It's not about forgetting or excusing the past, It's about learning from it and choosing a path of growth. Consider Maria's renewed focus on her studies, or Ahmed's decision to rebuild his business. These acts of moving forward illustrate the power of forgiveness to fuel personal and professional transformation. Yumi's story further demonstrates how forgiveness can lead to self-empowerment. By letting go of resentment, she opened herself to new possibilities. Embracing her love, teaching English, and mentoring others. Yumi's workshops now focus on self-confidence, a skill she once lacked, but now shares with students around the world. Forgiveness is also a process of building stronger relationships. Ravi's journey to forgive his father not only gave him peace, but also inspired him to foster open communication in his own family. Forgiveness doesn't erase what happened, Ravi reflects, but it helps us create a better present and future. Ultimately, forgiveness is a gift we give ourselves. It's a choice to unshackle from the chains of anger and resentment, paving the way for healing and authenticity. This journey is not without its challenges, but every step forward brings greater clarity, peace, and connection. A gift worth giving. Forgiveness is a gift, not only to those who receive it, but also to those who offer it. It's an act of liberation, healing, and courage. Imagine a world where we choose to forgive more often, breaking down barriers and building stronger connections. As you reflect on this message, consider your own life. Is there someone you need to forgive? Or perhaps, is it time to forgive yourself? Share your story in the comments below. And let's inspire one another with the power of forgiveness. Remember, forgiveness is not just an act, it's a journey. And on this journey, we all have the chance to grow, to connect, and to thrive.